In your teachings of past times, you always dealt with matter. In a recent past, a new word entered vocabulary, what is called nano and nanomaterials. The explanation of the nano means singularity of a structure, which that structure we call an atom. This has been the knowledge of man till Keshe Foundation SSI is into operation some 2 years ago, nearly a year and a half. From Keshe Foundation SSI, we explained if you can release the nano, then being attached to each other as a nano layer to individual loose atoms, but in the plasma condition, we call it the gas in single state atom as a plasma. This is new in the science of man and it's introduced by SSI, and you lot collected different versions of it as CO2, CO2, and all sorts of ways in different colors and forms. This is not a powder, it's a floating material. In the past 12 months, we added in a process of how to the GANs in this process. How do we know it's there and what it does? We built reactors, we saw the behavior of it, how it showed itself in a star formation, and in every other way which we could show its power. Some of you placed it around the cup and put an orange on it, and you put again some water in there, and you saw the taste and the smell. So you got the confirmation there is something happening. You could see the effect, the reality of the gas. In time, with the rotation of the system, we showed a free plasma from interaction of a star formation. This is where we finished more or less for summer holidays. In different ways, different part of you, different part of the Keshe Foundation organization, Keshe Foundation worldwide, and a bunch of other scientists try to explain this in different shape and form. And as we've seen, for example, the conformation of CO2 comes from the George Washington University to be correct, as now the 50% material form. But this is the teaching of conversion of a matter. It took thousands of years for man to understand different property of the matter. Past 10 years, nanomaterials, which still haven't got the hang of it, but we know it's there. And in the past 12, 18 months, new science to man, which is the singularity of the atom in its freedom as a plasma, like every single one to be a sun. And that's now we're working on. We're trying to make the space programs and everything else. Now, in the space, we do not have very much matter state. Matter state is the weakest part. Start with the plasma, and we see the property of the plasma. So here, when we mix the plasmas together, release their energy from different reactors, we saw the effect of what we call clear 129 Tesla at 12 watts of energy, which was just running the motors, for the motors to release their plasma in the gaseous state in their cores to establish the 129. And as you know, Las Alamos American Government Scientific Center for 103 Tesla used nearly 1.4 gigawatt of energy and millions of dollars of investment, where we did the same thing with less than a few $1,000s with a unit which was set up as one demanding and one supplying, and the GANS unit supplied energy. Now, from now on, in the Keshe Foundation Space U Institute, we're doing this. We're going back now. Up to now, we were conditioned in the matter condition. Now, We have the plasma, a free plasma, and now we decide what we want from it. This is the energy which is released by the sun. This is the energy in magnetic gravitational field which is released by galaxies, by universes, and when it reduces in the strength of both gravitational magnetic field, it turns out to be a plasma, then it comes to a gas, then it becomes a nanomaterial, and then in the right condition, it manifests itself as a matter. This process you have seen. Now, we have to develop the technologies that we can produce anything from the field into any state we like. And when we get here in a matter state, then we decide if it's going to be water, if it's going to be wood, if it's going to be a steel, or it's going to be fat. So this is the part you are interested in. This is the part we are interested in. Because once we be able to handle and create plasma at a free will, then we command. We become the creators. And in a space, you have to be a creator to create whatever you need at a point of need. If you need water, you produce water. If you need wood, you produce wood. If you don't need wood, you don't need it. Why to carry?